Okay, so we've all heard it 1,000 times, right? Save your money. It's the golden rule of personal finance. But what if that advice, the stuff we've been told our whole lives, is actually the very thing holding you back from real wealth? Let's get into it.
I want you to really think about that for a second. Could the safe path, the one that feels so responsible, actually be a trap? It sounds completely backward, I know, but once you start looking at how money actually works, the picture gets a whole lot clearer and maybe a little scary. All right, to make this super clear, let's tell a story. It's about two people. They start out in the exact same spot, but the little choices they make along the way, well, they end up in two totally different worlds financially. So on one side, we have Saving Sam. He's doing everything he's supposed to do. He's super disciplined, putting $1,000 a month, every single month, into his savings account. And you know what? He feels really secure. Then you've got Blueprint Beth. Her goal is different. She's not just trying to save money, she's trying to build wealth. To her, saving is just step one. It's the launch pad, not the destination.
So what's so wrong with Sam's plan? I mean, it sounds great, right? Well, this is where we get into the illusion of safety. See, that savings account he trusts so much isn't really a vault. It's more like a leaky bucket, and the leak is so slow you barely even notice it.
And here is just how bad that leak is. Over the last decade, cash just sitting in the bank lost about 30% of its purchasing power. Just let that sink in for a moment. 30%. That means for every dollar Sam saved 10 years ago, today it only buys 70 cents worth of stuff. The number on his screen went up, but the actual power of his money went way down. And in the name of this invisible leak, it's a word we hear all the time. Inflation. It's basically this silent thief that's always working, day and night, making every dollar you've saved worth just a little bit less than it was yesterday. It's like you're trying to walk up an escalator that's slowly moving down.
And this chart just lays it out perfectly. Look at that tiny little bar for savings interest. It's practically zero. Now look at the bar for inflation. It's way, way bigger. So when the cost of everything is going up by 3 or 4% and your bank is giving you, well, nothing, you are literally guaranteed to be losing buying power every single year. It's just simple math.
This really forces you to think about it differently. You're not really saving money in that account. You are, in a way, paying the bank to babysit your cash while its value slowly melts like an ice cube on a hot day. Okay, so if saving is the trap, how in the world do you get out? You can't just save harder, right? That's just running faster on the hamster wheel. You have to change the game. You need a completely different approach. You need a blueprint. And this is exactly what Blueprint Beth has. So let's break down this wealth blueprint. It's a simple 3-part plan that's designed to take you from just storing cash to actually building real long-term wealth. And honestly, this is the stuff that can completely change your financial life. Okay, so phase 1 is the foundation. And this is where saving is super important. You build up an emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of expenses. This is your shield against life's curveballs. Once that's built, you move to phase 2, the growth engine. You stop just saving and you start investing in things that actually grow, things that are designed to beat inflation, like the stock market. And finally, phase 3, the multiplier. This is the magic part, where your money starts making its own money. It's called compound interest, and it's like a tiny snowball that gets bigger and bigger as it rolls downhill.
The difference this makes over the long run is, well, it's just mind-blowing. Let's do a little comparison. We'll say Sam and Beth both put away just $500 a month for 30 years. Same amount of money, same amount of time. After 3 decades of being a super diligent saver, Sam has $180,000. Now, that's not jump change. It's a solid amount of money. But remember, every single year, that pile of cash was losing its punch thanks to inflation.
Okay, but now look at Beth. By following her blueprint, investing that same $500 a month, she could have over $1 million. I mean, come on, that's not a small difference. It's a life-changing difference, and it all came from having a different strategy. That is the power of a blueprint.
So what's going on here? This massive difference isn't just about math or fancy investing tricks. It's actually much deeper than that. It's about a fundamental shift in how you think about money. It's about going from a saver to an owner.
Here's the best way I can put it. A saver thinks of money like a trophy. You work hard for it, you get it, and you put it on a shelf where it's safe. An owner thinks of money like a seed. You don't put a seed on a shelf, you plant it, you give it some soil and water, and you let it grow into a whole tree that produces way more seeds. That's the mindset shift.
And let's be totally honest here. When your money is just sitting in a savings account, the bank is taking your seeds, planting them, and they're the ones getting all the fruit from the tree.
You're doing all the hard work and they're reaping the rewards. It's time to start planting for yourself.
So let's wrap this all up. Being a saver is a fantastic habit. You absolutely need it to build that foundation, but it's a terrible long-term strategy. Building real wealth requires a plan, a blueprint. It all starts with that one simple, powerful idea, shifting from just saving your money to owning assets that grow. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. What's your first step going to be?